everybody, this is Mona and welcome to Butterfliez Home and Garden. I'm coming on, guys, to share with you the method that I use to save my tomato seeds. This is what has worked for me in the past. There are many ways to do it. I'm just going to show you a way that I do it. First, I use a canning jar, and I get a little piece of Post-it with some tape and write it on there so that way I keep track of what's what. And while I'm doing this, I need to make a correction from the last video that I did when I did a tomato taste test of Alicia's Dream, and I said it was a pink brandy wine. Well, no, it is a black brandy wine. So I wanted to make that correction from the first one. I ended up having another plant out in the garden that Davis had not had an opportunity to pull out the tag. So I wanted to make that correction with that. But I'm going to bring you guys in a little closer so I can show you how I start my process. Alright guys, so of course you're going to wash off your tomato. And for this I just cut him straight in half, and this is the black brandy wine that I'm doing. And it's a pretty meaty tomato. But I want to get as many seeds as I can. I want to try to get all of them, and so I just take them and I get a strainer, and I'm just going to, push these down in there, and I save the actual meat of the tomato and I eat that with a little bit of pepper on it. And this is pretty, simple. Not a whole lot of science to this at all. So I just kind of continue on with getting it all out. So let me get these all in here and I will come back on. Alright guys, I'm back. As you can see, I got everything in a strainer. And I'm just going to come over here and run the water in it. Kind of smushing it with my fingers. And, you want to go through and get out any, parts like that with the membrane on it. And kind of push that to the side. So making sure you get all of the seeds off of it before you do that. And just mush it. I hope you can see that. And just continue to mush. Because moving it around, the friction up against this mesh basket, it will, or this strainer I should say, it'll help to pull some of that mush in there, but it's okay if you don't get every single tiny bit of it off, because the next step that you're going to do is going to aid in getting the rest of that off for you. So that's pretty good. So this is where your canning jar comes into play. And you're just going to take your tomato seeds. And I also use this method for when I'm saving my watermelon seeds. Any seeds that have like that gelatin around it, like a tomato seed does. Let me get this out of here. And you're going to come and just get all of those yummy seeds in your canning jar, or you don't have to use a canning jar, just a jar that has a lid. I mean, I'm not sure about using like a plastic cup or jar or anything like that. I suppose it should work the same way, but I've always done it this way since I started gardening. And so we got, few down in there. I still got some more to go, and it's very important that even when your straining is in the strainer that the water is cold. And I'll just fill it up to about halfway up. And what I'm going to do next is for the next 5 days, let's see if I can get this on here. I'm just going to shake it at least twice a day. I'm going to leave them over on the counter, and every morning and every evening for the next 5 days, and don't go longer than 5 days because it can affect the germination with your seed. But you see how, you know, we're all kind of just hanging out in there and floating around. So for 5 days, that's what you're going to do. You're going to come, shake it, and once that is done, I like to use a matte paper plate, and I'll just write the name of what that tomato is, and just spread them out on here. You could use a coffee filter, but I just found that using the matte paper plate, it helps, you know, it dry faster. It absorbs that moisture up, and once I get all of them done, I stack them on top of each other, and I put them up on my high bookshelf over there, and they'll dry out anywhere from, you know, 3 to 4 days, and then you're just ready to bag them up. So I know Angela over Angela Busy Bees, you wanted some of these seeds, so as soon as the process is up with them, I will make sure that I send you some of these seeds. So that's it, guys. That is how I save my tomato seeds. I also wanted to take an opportunity to thank all of my new subscribers. I truly appreciate you guys. I hope to be of help to you by watching my videos, and I'm looking forward to also returning that and watching your videos as well. So as always, guys, have a blessed day.